Hi, Marie. I wanted to quickly hop on here and respond to your comment. I start randomly yawning throughout this song. Just so you know, you can take it from a professional vocal coach here. That is completely normal and completely expected. I have seen this with choral singers whenever they're in choir practice. I've seen this in rehearsals when we're rehearsing for different musicals. And this happens for a couple of reasons. The first one is that when you sing, you're typically focused on lifting up your soft palate, right? Like back here. And that is a very similar motion in the body to yawning. When you yawn, you're also lifting the soft palate. And so by lifting the soft palate when you sing, you're kind of triggering that same yawning reflex. And sometimes the body just wants to tap into that. The other time where yawning happens most often is during rehearsals. It typically doesn't happen when you get into a performance situation. And that's because the rate of oxygen and like the rate of airflow that you're using during a rehearsal goes kind of up and down a lot, right? You'll kind of be singing for like a couple of minutes and then you'll take a break and the music director will focus on like another group or like another song. That constant fluctuation between different amounts of oxygen absorption is going to lead your body to want to try to compensate and even things out a bit, which is why the yawn happens. And as I mentioned before, typically in a performance situation, that's not the case because your heart rate is a little bit more elevated. So even when you are at rest or you are not performing or you're backstage or whatever, typically you're not yawning as much because like your body is, using oxygen at the same pace. So like I said, you are not alone. It happens a lot. And I hope you keep singing and continue to enjoy your singing journey.